بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن.
First of all, thank you, Cindy. At least you come to me and with these questions, which are many times asked by many other people as well. And I just charted out your questions. The basic, if I just enumerate them. So basically, your first question is, why ultimate remedy I am prescribing being a physician or intensive care specialist, and what is ultimate remedy and how to apply it. And then your and many other people reservations and objections are questions whether it's a faith-based healing or is it religious, or it is anti-religious, or is it according to some religion or not religion, or you have to be from some faith or not from faith. These are, I would say, the secondary questions. So coming back to your main point, why I am recommending this therapy, being a consultant physician and intensive care specialist for the last more than 30 years in this field of medicine. Me, like all other doctors of the world or the medical practitioners, whether allopaths or homeopaths or any field of treatment, I think all of them want to treat and cure their patient in quickest and best possible way, and to alleviate their pain, their suffering as soon as possible. 30 years back, when I started this field, I was a medical student. I started coming back to the hospitals and saw so much pain and suffering, and then got graduated and chose the field of medicine and then intensive care as my specialty. In ICU, like all other doctors, I always tried to save my patients from the jaws of death and reduce their pain as much as I can possible, and always tried with my possible best knowledge and skills reduce and quickly recover them, reduce their pain or their suffering, and quickly recover them from whatever ailment they were suffering from. So during that practice, I started encountering my shortcomings as an allopath, as a physician, as an intensive care specialist, and being a human, if I would say, being a human, I was also suffering with my patients sometimes, especially sometimes there were very tragic stories. A young lady of mother of small kids, and she's dying and I can't do anything from any deadly disease, or a young man who yet not started his life, no career yet, he's just a student, or no marriage, no love life, and suddenly he's reported to be in a critical state of health due to any disease, maybe sometimes his own fault or some accident, or I would say like we all catch the diseases. So I always tried my level best to save them, but many times I lost this battle. I was in search of a remedy which should be easy to apply, cheaper to afford, and with quick results, or with the best results, which can be applied to all without any restriction of caste, creed, religion, ethnicity, or belief. During that time, I was also, because I was a Muslim, I am a Muslim, and I am a believer and creationist as a scientist. So I do believe in God or Allah, a Lord. So I was also praying myself to my Lord or my Allah that you have sent mercy to the whole humanity, and there should be solution to every problem. And let me know the healing art or any remedy which can cure the diseases of my patients. But of course, I was studying, I was daily practicing my medicine, and at the same time, in this era of internet, I always was using my latest up-to-date knowledge available on internet for any diseases. But suddenly one day I got an accident. It was an accidental prick of a IV drug abuser and young lady with a careless lifestyle, and she was dying at that time. And unfortunately, she was suffering from HIV and hepatitis B and C. All were in her blood. And at that time, she was with PCP pneumonia. We called it PCP pneumonia. She was with severe pneumonia, and we had to put her on ventilator. But she was very extremely restless, and no IV line was available. And while passing her central line, it's way back in late 90s. When I was into the central line and I was just putting back my needle and was about to thread in the central line with agitation of the patient, restless patient, and with a little bit carelessness of my attending staff nurse who was assisting me in my procedure, and one of my junior doctors. This needle hit my hand and the blood of the patient was injected in my hand. Those 2 years were horrible 2 years of my life, and that was, I think, end of the world. I had no answer for these deadly diseases at that time, especially HIV. Hep B, I was already vaccinated partially. I got immunoglobulins immediately injected, and daily, almost daily, I was either getting my LFTs or CBC or other serology tests. So in those 2 years, I lost a lot of weight, and then these tests started positive, and nobody was there to help me out or give me a concrete answer. When I met this person, a great person, I would say he was a man. He was a very modest and simple human being with lots of unconditional love for humanity. But he was sitting in the red light area of the city, and he was treating unconditionally, without charging a single penny, day and night, 24 hours, people coming to him, whatever people were coming to him with this ultimate remedy, sometimes with music therapy, and sometimes even with the whirling dance, or dhamal he called it. You can see it on the net, the whirling darwesh of Rumi. So, and the patient sometimes don't have to do this dhamal or this dance. He just has to see the feet of the dancing girl of that area. And sometimes he was telling them to just listen to this Sufi music with closed eyes, and also this ultimate remedy. Today, when you ask me this question, I am more happy that when I got to know, almost 18 years back, he told me that world will come to these remedies one day, very soon, and they will find the scientific basis of all these remedies, and you apply it to your patients. But that was a later on discussion. But today, when I came to know that in Harvard School of Medicine, they are presenting their treatment of their kids with the music therapy, and in the Cambridge School, Cambridge University, they are discussing this ultimate remedy. Professor Tariq presented this remedy over there from Lahore University of Management Sciences, and one of my colleagues from UK, he told me that when Professor Balmi, he is applying it in Leeds Center of Liver Transplant, ICU, and people are calling that ICU God's ICU. So there are different news I heard in the last few weeks, and I am more than happy that 18 years back, that man, when I went to him, he offered this ultimate remedy to me, and I got cured. Alhamdulillah, I got cured by just listening it with closed eyes 3 times a day for 7 days. I got cured. My labs were negative. My PCR labs were negative. After 18 years, rather 20 years of that prick, I am sitting here hale and hearty with no abnormal lab reports in my blood. And that man passed away to the heavens in 2005. Did not took even thank you from me. When I asked him what I can do for you, he told me, my fee is you tell the humanity this unconditional remedy without charging a single penny, day and night. Just let them heal by this must remedy. He was usually calling it must remedy, or the unconditional love, or the ultimate remedy. Yes, he was applying music therapy as well, and dance therapy or dhamal therapy as well, but this therapy, which usually he was applying to almost all patients, it was the ultimate remedy, he was usually calling it. And I started applying this therapy in my ICUs when I was working in Lahore at that time, and since that time in different ICUs, and even brought out of Pakistan when I went over there, I applied it on my patients, and I found miraculous results on every faith-based person, or any caste or creed or ethnicity, whatever I encountered, I applied it on the Muslims as well as the non-Muslims. So it doesn't have to do anything with the faith. It's a remedy. You just have to listen it 3 times a day for 7 days. You can easily download it from the website of that great man, Sayyid Makhdoom Safdar Ali Bukhari, it was his name, and media was sarcastically calling him Pir Kaki Tar, and he loved this name as well. He adored it, and he started writing columns with this name. So this is easily, you can download it from Al-REHMAN.com, his own website which he made at that time, www.alrehman.com, ALREHMAN.com. It is 21 minutes recitation of Surah Rahman. You can say it's a recitation from the Holy Scripture, and without translation. It's beautifully recited by one of the late Egyptian Qari reciter from Egypt, Sheikh Abdul Basit Abdul Samad. And you just have to close your eyes and feel it with your heart. No need to go into the meanings, no need to go into the details. You just surrender yourself in front of your Creator. And even if you are a non-believer, or you are an atheist, you just surrender yourself in front of yourself. Close your eyes and just face yourself, and just listen it with the ears of your heart. So 3 times a day for 7 days. This is its method. And in our ICU, when I applied it in particularly metastatic cancer patients, HIV or severe sepsis patients, or any other diseases where we are doing scientific treatment with all the available latest gadgetry, at the same time it's very easy to play it on the sound system, or with the earphones you can apply it near the patient 3 times a day for 7 days. And you can judge your own results wherever you are sitting in the world, or wherever you are practicing it. During these 18 years, I even started meeting my patients cured after their stay in ICUs. They came to me, and then even at my private clinic, I was telling them alongside my allopathic treatment that you should do this therapy as well. It's free of cost and easy to apply, and you just listen it for three times a day for 7 days. So many of them discussed with me that many of their social ailments and their spiritual ailments, they also got cured apart from the physical ailments. This was another input to me, and they all told me this is just love and nothing else. So that's why I am recommending it to the other patients, and of any human, any religion, any caste, creed or ethnicity, I am offering it free of cost, unconditionally. And if they love to listen it, okay. If they're not ready, no problem. But don't get desperate or hopeless. I was hopeless. I know the pain when you have no other cure in the world, and all the available people or remedies are saying we are sorry. So even at that time, ultimately, do try this remedy, the ultimate remedy. You have to just listen it. Even if the patient is comatose, anyone can apply it nearby him. But in case of young children, the children of 12 years or below 12 years, their parents should listen it. My experience, and that person, I call him Babaji with love, and he told me it's not the kids who are sick, it's the parents who are sick or their elders who are sick. Sometimes it's coming in generations, and maybe it's a curse, or it's not the kids but the parents should listen it, and you will get the results. And I got the results. It's not the kid but the parents, particularly mother is so much involved with the kid, and usually it's the 75% of the body, it's pure mother, and 25% part is father's part. But parents should listen it. Parents should 3 times a day for 7 days apply it on them. And there is a small meditation also. If the patient is comatose, then no problem. But if patient can easily do it, then keep a half glass of water alongside with you, and after listening this remedy, close your eyes, clean your heart. There should be no hatred, revenge, envy, grudge, or any kind of negative thought in your heart. Just forgive all humanity. Whosoever has given you pain, just forgive him or her for the sake of the Lord or the Creator, whose creation that person is. In your heart, deep in your heart, pray for your enemies, that oh Allah, oh Lord, oh God, oh Bhagwan, whatever you call him, I forgave them, you also forgave them. Do full mercy on my enemies or adversaries. And then with utmost love, just thrice say Allah, Allah, Allah in your heart, not with your tongue or in your mouth. If you are not a Muslim, you can call whatever name you want to call. Or if you are an atheist, you can say your own name 3 times. Call yourself with love. Appreciate your own self. Recognize your own self. Love your own self. Do not harm your own self. Just love your own self, and just say with utmost love 3 times, Allah, Allah, Allah. Keep your eyes closed and drink that water in 3 sips, and then open your eyes. This all you have to do just for 7 days, 3 times a day for 7 days. After 7 days, no need to further listen it, but continue to drink this water with this small dua or meditation or prayer. Take half glass of water, say thrice Allah, Allah, Allah with utmost love, or whatever loving name you want to call. whatever loving name you want to call his loving name, whatever you are calling, you say it thrice in your heart and drink that water in 3 sips. This is a remedy. I am not telling you a religion or science. This is a remedy which cured me, which healed me, and many of my patients with astonishing results. Unconditionally. I am not charging anyone anything. You can do it at your home, and only fee is, once you are cured, please tell it to others. You transform it to others. You can guide them the same method, and you will get the results. This is for all ailing humanity. You just do it. It's a universal truth. So this is why I am recommending it. This is what ultimate remedy is. And the third question was, your main question was that how to apply it. I think I already I told you the questions. Now coming back to those small questions, that if I am recommending this therapy, then why I did not stop my ICU or my medical practice, we should close or shut down all the hospitals, and or number 2, this is not Islam, or this is a new pathway of Islam, or I am preaching Islam, or I am anti-Islam. No. I am a doctor, I am a scientist, and I am treating my patients with allopathic knowledge and skill, whatever I have till today. Alongside it, I am applying this therapy, I am offering this therapy as a remedy, not as a faith or as a religion or as a preaching. I am offering love, unconditional love. Be love, think love, and spread love. This is love. But as far as religion is concerned, I am not a religious scholar. I am hardly a very poorly practicing Muslim, a very sinful person, and doing more of my worldly affairs and day-to-day life and medical practice than my religious obligations. And may Allah forgive me. But I am not recommending you, especially Muslims, as this is something kind of a religious practice. No, then this would be called bid'ah or a new invention in the already complete religion. No, I am not saying this. So there should be no religious objections, which most of the Muslims are repeatedly criticizing me. And coming back to the scientists, I am not anti-science, or I am not saying that close your scientific laboratories, stop experimenting, and just do this remedy. No. I am giving this remedy as a solution to the ailing humanity who had no cure till today. So at least they have to do just is to listen it 3 times a day, 7 days. And now the final explanation that how it is working and what it is and how it is possible, let the science explore. Many scientists started in their laboratories at the microbiology level, at cell level, at hormone level, at neurotransmitters level, or what changes are actually happening. Let the science decide how music, how this recitation, or whirling dervish, or the waves created by his feet, or the waves created by this voice radiation is healing the ailing humanity. Science has so much time to describe it. I had scientific data. I had experiments on the living humans, not on the guinea pigs or fruit flies. This is scientific data from human patients, which willingly, I never forced anybody. All those people who willingly did this, whether Muslims or non-Muslims, they got results. If you ask me that as a scientist, as a doctor, how I explain this remedy, explanation is that man also that day told me, forgive all for the sake of Lord, for the sake of Allah, because He loves His creation. He was even worried to save even Pharaoh or many cruel persons who already did too much cruelty on the face of earth, but the Creator was still trying to save them through messengers. Again, why? Because it's love, mother's love, 70 times even more than mother. I can call him Mother Nature. So if A mother, my mother, I never found any mother to send his sinful son or daughter or an abnormal child into the fire. They never dispose of them. They are taking care more of their sick children or their abnormal children, by birth defective children, or later on. So mother is more concerned for that. The same is true for the Lord. This is what I found, that if we forgive others, our heart gets clean. This is the cleanliness of your heart. If you forgive them and you pray for them wholeheartedly, just for sake of the Creator, the Creator's further blessings comes to you. And this is your submission. The second part, first is forgiveness, and then submission to your Lord, or to once I had no other further solution. I am hopeless and helpless. That's the time when I have to call, whether I am an atheist or a scientist. Even when the aeroplane is going down and pilot is announcing, please have a safety gear, or like I have personally found while sitting in that aeroplane, one atheist loudly saying, oh my God, oh my God. So all we have to call is at that time is our Mother Creator, who is even bigger or larger than all the mothers. His love is more than mothers. So if we forgive His sinful creatures or defected creatures, I think it immediately started curing us. Our heart gets clean. It's mainly the hatred. It's the why we get sick. It's the hatred, lust, envy, revenge, all the negative thinkings. So forgiveness is a positive approach towards life. Number two is submission to the Almighty. This is the second step. If my phone got stuck and I don't know how to repair it, I have to submit it to a scientist or to a mechanic, or I can put it back into the company default settings, and company can repair it while even sitting in the remote part of the world. Similarly, if I submit myself to my Creator, He can cure me like anything. So to third part, I call it total surrender. So it's forgiveness, repentance, submission, and surrender to Almighty. Once you are hopeless and helpless and had no other option, that time I am telling you to apply this remedy. And then you people might be explaining it much better than me. It's your self-experimentation. I am offering it for self-experimentation. Whosoever is suffering, whosoever is in pain, just do it. Otherwise, if you are happy and you are already content with your life, then I am not forcing it to you. So that is all. Up till now, I have explanation for this remedy, whatever I found, and this is my answer to all of your queries. If still there is any question, I am open to you people. Do try it yourself. Recognize your own self and love your own self.
علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان